Morgan. I'm going to be your nurse today. So, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
What have you been up to? Anything?
No, I just got off work.
Really?
So
Where do you work?
I'm a lawyer.
Oh, look at you. That's nice.
Yeah, it's kind
so
of busy.
What are you in for today for the doctor for?
Just like my annual checkup.
Okay. Well, is it all right if I ask you a little bit about your tobacco use today?
Sure, that's fine.
All right. I'm just going to ask you a standardized group of questions that we kind of ask all of our patients who are using tobacco. So can you tell me how you started smoking?
Well, I was about 14, and I kind of just did it because it was kind of cool, and I've just been smoking ever since.
How many packs do you smoke a day?
It's usually about two packs a day.
Any specific brands you prefer?
I like Camels.
Camels, okay. All right, so do you have any triggers that get you smoking and get you kind of that craving that makes you want that cigarette?
Well, just kind of like everyday stress. My job is really stressful, so sometimes I just want to, go smoke a cigarette to take my mind off of it.
So have you been experiencing any health issues related to smoking?
I have asthma, so
okay.
I've been kind of dealing with that. Sometimes I notice my breathing, I'm a little, shortness.
A breath?
Kind
of like that heaviness?
Yeah, and I tend to get sinus infections a lot.
Okay. All right, well, your tobacco use is kind of above safe limits, so I'm a little bit concerned about how that is affecting your health with all the symptoms that you've been describing to me.
Yeah.
So have you ever thought about quitting?
Kind of, but no, not really. I've done it for so long that it's just kind of been...
All right. Well, is it okay if I give you a little bit of advice about your health and what's going on?
That's fine.
Okay, well, you're already experiencing some of the issues related to your asthma, like you said, the shortness of breath, and then all the sinus infections. And over time, these complications can get worse and further and further more. And obviously, that's something you probably don't want, as I would assume, like not being able to breathe, and that kind of just affects your everyday life. And you can end up getting COPD, emphysema, and ultimately lung cancer, which is our biggest concern as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought of any of these potential effects?
Honestly, no, not really, because I'm not really dealing with it a whole lot now, and my mindset is always in the here and now, so I'm not really worried about potential problems.
All right. Okay, I understand that, and I see how you're not really worrying about it because you're not really experiencing them now, but do you have any concerns about these possible side effects? Is there any concern hearing the possibilities that could take place?
Of course. I mean, it's kind of worrying when someone can tell you that you could possibly get cancer from doing
which
something
I understand.
like this.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, and plus my dad, he had cancer. He passed away from lung cancer, and he smoked a lot. So sometimes I guess that can come up in my mind. But
okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I totally understand and agree with all the concerns you have.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see any cons with continuing to smoke?
I guess those would be some huge cons, like health problems like that, and of course nobody wants to get cancer. Another issue is my brother. He has a daughter, my niece. I can't really go around her if I'm going to smoke, just because he doesn't really want her to have that secondhand smoke around or bad influences. So I can't really spend a lot of time with her because my smoking, I do want cigarettes very often. So that can sometimes be an issue.
Yeah, definitely. And family is also a big factor that a lot of people see smoking influencing and stuff. Because it's kind of, a lot of people have that pull between wanting to be with their family and that secondhand smoke is a big issue as well.
Right.
Which is completely understandable. So now that we've kind of talked about all the negatives, do you see anything positive that you feel your tobacco use attributes to you?
I would say just kind of taking my mind, like I said, off of the stress of my job and everything like that. It kind of puts me in a different place to where I can relax a little bit more, and I don't really have to focus on all of the craziness that is going on with work or family or whatever else.
So how does it make you relax?
I don't know. It just kind of it takes my mind off of it. It just kind of gives me a chance to breathe a little bit and not have to worry about everything else.
So when you're stressed, what are some symptoms you get?
Sometimes I can get very anxious.
Anxious?
Do
you ever get tense in your back?
Yeah, kind of stuff like that. It just kind of makes me overthink things a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can make certain situations worse just because I can get, agitated or lash out maybe on people that don't deserve to be, lashed out on.
Definitely understand.
Yeah.
So is there any other ways you think that could help you with the type of stress you get when you're overwhelmed?
Well, I used to work out like every day.
Okay.
I used to go work out when I first started out as a lawyer. After I got off work, I would make the time to go to the gym and stuff like that. And just as my career expanded, I just kind of had less and less time to, But I guess if I started doing that again, it might help. With music, I really like music. So maybe listening to music from time to time, stuff like that.
For me, I know when I'm feeling overwhelmed, just like to flip on the TV for maybe a quick 30 seconds. It's just something to distract your mind and get those thoughts and like the processes of work and all that stuff that you're thinking about all the time off your mind, stuff like that. So now that we've discussed all these factors, all the positives and negatives you see that go along with your tobacco use, on a scale from 1 to 10, how ready do you feel that you are to quit?
I would say maybe like a 3.
Okay,
maybe.
So why do you feel that you're a 3?
I just think it's because I've done it for so long that I know I need to stop. But also I've done it for so long that I know how hard it would be to stop.
All right.
And I don't want to attempt to quit and then end up starting up again and then having like that disappointment,
It kind of puts you in a down mood.
Yeah.
Would that put you in a down mood? Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I'm the kind of person where I don't really like to fail at things. It's upsetting when I attempt something and then I don't go through with it because I know how hard it could possibly be to quit.
Yeah, so how confident do you think you would be that you could quit eventually?
I don't know. I would say like a 2 or a 3 just because I'm scared because I know I do it so much and I rely on it a lot to relieve those stresses. And since my job comes with a very high stress level, I just feel like it'd be really, really hard.
Okay, well, since you said you're only at a 2 or a 3, if you were trying to cut down, what are some steps you think you could do? Some possible ways you could cut back?
I would probably say, like, I know, like, how I told you earlier, how my brother doesn't really like me to smoke around my niece, but I do love to spend time with her, so maybe I could try and spend more time with her, and since I know I'm not supposed to smoke around her, that'll decrease the amount of time that I'm smoking since I'm with her, so maybe that would be something that I could do, and plus, I mean, it would be rewarding in the sense that I get to be with her as well, so...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Go take her to a movie.
Yeah.
Girls love to go shopping.
Stuff like that.
What are some specific goals you have that can help you cut back? Like in the next week, what are some things you could do within the next week?
I would say like maybe that. Maybe sometimes a lot of like the work members go out for a smoke break during lunch or something. Maybe try not to do that and work on something else. Like when everybody else goes out and does that, or just. I don't know, things like
Sounds
that.
like a really good idea to me. So would you be interested in being able to make a follow-up appointment?
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
All right, when do you think would be nice with you? Good with you?
I would say maybe in about 2 weeks.
Okay. So you can go ahead and see the front desk on the way out and let them know that you're coming back in for a follow-up, and that's something I'm really happy that you're interested in doing.
Okay.
So it sounds awesome, and thank you so much for being open and discussing your tobacco use with me today.
Of course, thank you.
It was really nice seeing you.
Nice to see you too.
Bye.